Hey guys, Kim from Steady here with another installation video for you today. Today we're bringing you the N80 Rally Bar. Now this will be a fairly simple installation, probably take you within probably 2 hours of your day, and it will only require just your simple tools to go through. So let's get stuck into it and I'll show you what you get. Upon purchase of the N80 Rally Bar kit, you'll be presented with the larger box, which contains your main front tube and all the fasteners, and you will require one of these smaller boxes. Now inside these smaller boxes are the extension arms that come out of the front of the bumper to hold the tube in place. These are model specific for your N80 Hilux, so please always check that you have the right ones for your vehicle. We've got our top cover off. Now we'll move on to grabbing these from the box, which are the bolts that go behind the radiator support, which is on the lower part. So they're all the exact same length for the holes at the bottom. So we'll just put them in, just kind of guide them in from the rear, and they sort of slide in using the tabs, and that will help you get the bolts on as well. I've got it pretty much in there now. I'll just put a nut on there so it doesn't actually slip back. For what we'll now do is we'll grab the lower brace that actually goes across that side onto the opposite side as well, and we'll get that started. So I'm gonna grab our lower brace from the box. It is this shape here with the Steady logo. Just gonna drop that in here. As you see, it actually goes across the support like that there. So we'll guide one side first. That's on there. And again, the same, I'm just gonna put the nut on there just to hold it from slipping away. And then we can do the other side. Now they're kind of just temporarily secured in place. We'll get the washers and the nuts, and then we'll bolt it all together nice and tight. We'll just hand tighten them for now, so you don't thread either the bolt itself or the nut. So we'll grab our 17mm socket and we'll tighten it all up. Once we've got our bottom brace all tightened up, we can now get the two upright arms that go vertically onto the brace. I'll pre-put the nuts and bolts on there. These are directional, so just ensure that you've got the correct orientation, which should be like that. These 5 dots should be facing outwards for you for the arms to extend outside the grille. This is the left side, so we're getting these 5 facing towards us, and these lower ones should be on your left side. So put that down here. There's 2 holes that these 2 mirror up to. We'll grab our bolts and washers and nut, and we'll go through there. You can see there we've got the Allen head bolts on there with our nuts. What I'm going to do is start with one side. Just got to tighten one side. Don't over tighten it yet, because we do still have to put a top plate over the top and just ensure that it all mirrors up nicely. Once we've done that side, just move on to the other side. So exact same process, just make sure the 5 are facing towards you. For the vehicles with the front cameras, we will now disconnect it, locate where your camera cabling is, and we'll simply pull out the plug and the rear housing. You just have to unscrew the camera from the rear housing there, and we'll use that for later. So we'll relocate the camera onto the bar itself. You can see here, the camera cable is here, so we'll just disconnect it from there. So we can disconnect it there, leave that to the side, and then we can just unbolt our camera. Once we've got our camera out, we'll put that to a side, so then we can reinstall it with our relocating bracket. And now we can grab our box of arms. Remember, this is N80 specific. Today we've got the facelift version that includes the Rogue, so this will fit all the N80 facelifts from 2017. All it should be is just the arms themselves. We'll grab these and the bolts from the main kit, and we'll get them on. So we've got both arms here. They are both, again, left and right specific. You want the single top bolt to be facing up, and you got the 2 side bolts. These will correspond to the holes on the uprights themselves. Now we'll just get them fed through the grille and bolt it on. you should see the arm just poke out the edge of the grill, and the holes on the upright should align. Once we've hand tightened all those, we'll just grab our 6mm Allen key and a 13mm. For the uprights, it's probably better we use a socket for that, so we'll grab that. So now we've got our top brace, we can now mount it between the rally bar uprights and onto the chassis itself. To get these off, the top two ones on the chassis itself, they are 10mm. Don't lose these because we are reusing them. So now we can get our upright plate and we can finagle it in through here. Just be aware of where some of the cabling is. It is a little bit Tetrisy, so just find your way and be careful and you'll be right. Make sure all your holes are aligned. Kind of get this started. Once we're happy and all the holes are aligned, we use the Allen heads here and we'll just go through the top. They are captive at the bottom, so now what we're going to do is going to assemble the camera relocation. You'll look for this bracket here. It's got an opening there for the camera, and you'll use the factory screws that are inside the housing. We'll disconnect it from here. So the camera goes in, and then we'll get the screws from the housing and we'll just get our Phillips head and we'll screw them in there. Once our camera is in place, there's the two holes there that's built for the bracket, and that simply goes over the top. That's secure. Once we got it somewhat secure in place, we'll leave the top cover off it because this is actually your adjustments for your camera. So when you engage the front camera, you can orientate it to ensure that you still have the same sight picture as you did from factory. We'll leave that on for now, and we'll focus on bolting the tube onto the arms. Slot it as such onto the arms, and grab our dome heads here and some washers, and we'll just slot it through. Now once the bar is on, we'll grab our camera cable and we can connect our camera back. Now we're good to check your camera. So any fine tuning will be done with these. You have a little bit of tilt to the side and you also have up and down. So check over your camera settings. We can grab the housing. So there we have it, that's the last component. Once you've done all this, now you can bolt on your favorite set of lights. For more information, be sure to head on to our website, and also don't forget to follow us on all our socials.